Yeah.
With ProFinder, you can submit the request for free, but to be able to answer that request with a proposal, you get, we'll talk about this in a minute too, you get 10 freebies to reply to proposals, and then after that, you need a premium account. So I think LinkedIn is moving that way to have their fingers in more channels that will, of course, impact
Generate revenue for them.
Yeah.
Did you reapply for ProFinder?
Yeah, I reapplied like a few days later, and I was accepted right away.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, because it's not really big at this moment.
Right.
But if you make an application right now, you're already on the bandwagon. And if they scrutinize or up their acceptance levels, then you're already in. So
that's totally true. And you know how like 2 months ago ish, they introduced the new search filter for service providers?
Yeah.
I think that was this the same thing that's driving that, because in the past I have not really seen people use LinkedIn as a search engine for business services.
No. And if you're looking for a global connection platform for services, I think LinkedIn will be the most reliable source, because you can check them out directly on LinkedIn. Because if you use another type of middleman, I always go back to LinkedIn to check out those people that I'm going to work with. So why not connect it? So I think they're really smart in that way and can monetize on that. I hope they only not only will do it for the small jobs.
Yeah, and I think what'll probably happen is the smaller the job, the less trust is required, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's what we've seen up till now is an expensive, there's just not enough trust in the environment for matching service providers with RFPs. Yeah. Requests for proposals. So many acronyms. I think there's just not been enough trust to really have big jobs be requested at a high volume through ProFinder, or whatever. Maybe LinkedIn even rebrands ProFinder into something else.
Yeah.
You know?
If you can make a short list through ProFinder, so you can get 5 trustworthy companies, it kills a lot of research if the quality is good.
Yeah, that's very true. And it's also safe for LinkedIn because all they're doing is matching a job request or like a proposal request with service providers. They're not facilitating the money transaction, the milestones, taking on any liability. It's
an extra service.
I wouldn't want to deal with all that as well. Like the legal liabilities and the money transfer that Upwork does, and there's a reason why they charge everybody so much.
Yeah. And on the other hand, it shouldn't become Fiverr.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So I think it'll grow. I think that LinkedIn's pushing it, especially with introducing service providers into the global search for free and premium accounts. It's not on SalesNav, but I think they're trying to change the mentality of the user base to this is something that they can do on LinkedIn.
Yeah. Yeah, and if they try to push the quality of the people that they want to share, they get their premium feeling back again, because I think it's now shifting more to a Facebook feel. And if they gear it more to business related, because that's why people are on LinkedIn, because it's a really great business to business and to find jobs.
Yep.
And it seems to be the right path for them, at least in my opinion.
I agree. I agree. And I do think that the more expensive the project, the less likely people will be to do the RFP through ProFinder. But it'll totally happen. It'll totally happen. I think that there's still value in proactively pursuing your target audience and preemptively being their go-to person.
Yeah.
Because if you already have that, why would you might do a ProFinder request, but the person who's at the top of the pile is the person you already know.
Yeah.
Like Jer. Should I share my screen? You want to see what ProFinder looks like?
Yeah.
So I'm logged in, obviously, which is why you can see my headshot up here. And you've got my projects, so I could actually submit something here. Accounting, get started. Let's see. Ooh, bookkeeping. Continue. What is the accounting service for? LLC. Less than 10 so far. What is your personal or oh my gosh, we're getting really personal. What's your personal or annual company income? Let's say 10 million plus, because I want to feel about myself.
Funny. That metric or that search you can put in Sales Navigator. What's your company that will fill this? And here in the Netherlands, it's something that's completely useless because nobody put their metrics in there.
You know what? I wonder if they pull this info and add it to the company database that you can't really see it, but it's like I said, this is my annual revenue. I wonder if I submit it, if there's a connect there to the company.
Yeah. The question is it allowed?
Yeah. Do it now. Ask for forgiveness later. Okay. Let's see. Within the next 2 weeks, continue. I only want to work in person. I can do virtual. Okay. Any other details? Boom. Get free proposals. There you go. That's what it looks like. That when submitting.
Yeah. I think in the ProFinder terms and conditions, I think there will be stated the data you submitted we will add to our database.
Should I? No, I don't. That could be a bunny trail. I don't want to go down. I'll have to read that later.
Yeah.
If you're doing the request, that's what ProFinder looks like, and you don't need any kind of paid account to send out requests for proposals. Now, since I'm a verified ProFinder service provider, I'll have this, my client requests.
Yeah.
So these have all come in. I can view the request. It's going to be really similar to what I just kind of mock filled out there. Submit proposal. There's an optional checkbox here. My proposal includes a free 15-minute phone consultation. Check or uncheck. Or I'm not interested in this proposal, and then I can push send when I'm ready, which I'm not going to do for this guy.
Yeah.
My profile. So this is what they pull it from your LinkedIn profile.
Yeah.
But this is how they would vet you. Settings. Oh, let's skip that. Contact us, FAQ. Yeah, so that's kind of what it looks like. And then let me do this. Kind of curious. I'm going to do the search for people, all filters. And then down here, service providers.
Yeah.
This is it's really at the bottom left corner. They're not giving it a lot of prominence in the search filter. I think that they're just seeing how it rolls out. And then they'll probably make improvements and then change it. I wouldn't be surprised if this either moves higher or goes elsewhere. If I go to marketing, Apply. Let's see, provides marketing, second. So I'm not seeing any way to like go directly to ProFinder, but it's so this is not there's not a direct connect from, or at least yet, from searching for service providers to seeing a list of verified people.
No.
At least not yet. At least not yet. And even right now, for you to be a service provider, like go back here, like here provides marketing services. This is different than being a verified pro finder. But I think what's happening is LinkedIn is getting people used to the idea and making awareness that they can use LinkedIn to find professional services and find the solutions on LinkedIn. I think that is a move that they're making. Interesting stuff. So I don't know. I'm happy that we do LinkedIn because I feel like there's a little bit more job security there now. All right. Any man, yeah, good conversation. Any other thoughts on that, Jared?
On ProFinder, at this moment, I don't see that it will generate a lot of business for a lot of people that are not in marketing, because the selection criteria are more like that. Bookkeeping I didn't see, or financial service I think will be the selection criteria for that bookkeeper that you filled out.
Let me actually, I should have done this earlier. There is a list of, I'm going to share my screen one more time. There's a list of options.
I don't know if the options are specific enough at this moment to get the right jobs in that's suited for the person.
So you've got design, 3D, interactive, visual, interior, ad, logo, web.
Okay.
Right, writing and editing, copywriting, translation. There's a lot of stuff in there. Accounting, which is what we just did earlier. Marketing.
Yeah. There are more specific. There's more specificity in there than I thought.
Yeah, yeah, and I think that when I joined on a couple years ago, this was a much smaller list.
Yeah,
for sure. And okay, while I'm on legal, so in the U.S., I'm not sure if this is the same in the Netherlands, but in the U.S., a lawyer cannot solicit. They have to rely on advertising and inbound, which really drives up cost.
Mm-hmm.
And what this would be a great avenue for legal, because people are asking for help.
Yeah, and not really advertising.
Yep. So when you think about for legal here, cost per click for law is very expensive because of the legal stuff. The legal stuff for lawyers, the ethical side. And if you're paying for premium, and there's a lot of legal RFPs, and you're paying $60 a month, that's, that can be maybe 7 clicks on Google, So that could be a great avenue for law, software, IT services, business consulting, financial, coaching, insurance, home improvement, interior design, architecture, landscape, photography. Yeah, so all kinds of stuff. I think that I think they're putting some money into this.
Yeah, I think they're building it slowly and see how it goes. Like any software, put it out there and we adjust along the way.
Yep. Yeah, and as far as implementing strategy now, I think it's good to have access to ProFinder. But as far as the quality of leads that have come in, I have not seen anybody make a ton of money off of it yet. They're smaller jobs, but I do think that it'll pick up momentum.
Yeah, when they give more notice about it, if it's more robust, then I think it will be a good avenue to explore.
Yep, I completely agree. All right.
So,
well, we're actually at 40 minutes, so we'll have to get to the rest of the questions next week. This was really good stuff.
Yeah, it was a nice conversation.
It was.